See, Edwin's doing this for us here. Okay. Um, so I'll just call on everyone who's here to one by one to, I can't move this lack of cooperation of Zoom here. Um, Here we go. To take 30 seconds to share your ideas and projects for building the empathy movement or whatever you shared from your circle that's relevant. So,
No, Jen, I can't hear you. Oh no, not
yeah,
I hear you.
again.
I hear you.
You guys can hear her? Oh, this is a
Yeah.
new thing. Never mind.
okay. AC, would you like to share your thoughts and ideas about projects for building the empathy movement or anything else that you heard or shared in the circle?
Sorry.
We'll come back to you. Okay, Mel? Hi, Mel.
I didn't even realize this when I was sharing it, but I guess it is kind of a contribution to the empathy movement. Is my new book that it's fiction. It hasn't come out yet, but it should come out hopefully by the end of the year. It's called Enlightenment Azuma: The Secret Journal of an Alien, something like that. I haven't actually pinned down the title, but it's all about her home planet uses nonviolent communication to for everything because they blew themselves up in wars and they found out that they needed to learn have more compassion and learn empathy skills. And so it's kind of a way to for people to learn empathy from identifying with the character and feeling her process as she goes through learning the tools. So
Mm,
watch out for Zuma, hopefully coming out by the end of the year.
thank you, Mel. Okay, place I'd like to go, it sounds like. So, um, Sandra, would you like to share? Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Mel. Yeah.
Thank you.
The host is not allowing us to unmute ourselves. Can you unmute everybody?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out, why that it would.
I can
I can unmute.
invite you one by one. Here, let me
Is
invite.
there a bulk unmute? So
I'll just invite you one by one.
Unmute.
I invited
I see
you.
the unmute button. Yeah, okay, I've got it now. Thank you. Nice to see you again, Jenna.
I'll ask B after that, so I'll send you your
Yeah.
invitation too.
Can you hear me?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I've lost the picture now. There you go. Yeah, so I'd really like to set up a group. I'm in, of course, it's somewhere in Dublin, and I'd like to include art or something in that in the group, and invite people to come in person rather than online. And I'd like to take more training, the facilitator training. I'd like to take that training and carry on with the training. I feel I'd like to have the training to give me the confidence and encouragement. But yeah, so that's a choice I'd like to make, and so I'm interested in that. But thank you for having today. Thank you for the teachings today.
Thank you, Sandra.
Yeah.
Yeah, more empathy circles here. B, would you like to? And then I'll call on
Yes,
AC and I'll ask you to unmute already.
yes. I have done broad invitations for people to come to Empathy Circle and had some response, but I think one-on-one is absolutely wonderful. And I have a group of friends that I talk to, and each one individually. And when I have introduced the idea of listening like this, it it's been wonderful, and sometimes we use our whole conversation doing the empathy circle process, and I think they probably will join an empathy circle one day. But it's wonderful on just a personal level too. We find it efficient, believe that, and also personal, and we connect really well and hear what each other means and feels and says. So one-on-one, one at a time. Thank you. And thank you today.
Thank you. Thank you, B. Thank you. One at a time, we can build the empathy movement. Thank you. I like that. And Jesse after AC. Go ahead, AC. You can.
Thanks. Yeah, first, thanks for hosting. Thanks for the discussion. I always love these. So it's nice to be here. Our circle, one thing that stood out for me was we came back to this tension between, okay, we know how to care for our friends and we know how to care for the people that are close in our life. But there's this gap and almost this tension between, when we take away our job, when we take away like our money and this wider like colonized West mentality of like everybody compete for resources, and we take it back to more of the like we know how to care for each other. And so there's this tension between, okay, if we want to expand the way that we care for each other, we almost need to bring more people into the family. And we talked about grassroots versus more of the like billionaire kind of, people calling the shots, if you will. And so I want to use that to build to, I found this movement from activist and grassroots circles, and I thought that was really powerful. And I think the empathy practice really makes a strong difference in the activist circles because it's a way to regenerate and keep that momentum going. But it also helps embed the culture in that more like decentralized, more broad spaces. Yeah, so I don't know. Again, thank you.
Thank you, AC. Yeah, I hear more empathy circles. Thank you. Yeah, good. Jesse, go ahead. And then I'll ask Dana. Yeah. No, she doesn't want to. Okay, Josh, will you be comfortable after Jesse to share? So Jesse, go ahead, and then Josh. Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Jana, nice to see you here. So I feel my understanding of empathy right now is understanding with whole feeling of somebody else and myself. It's part of, for me, it became a part of mindfulness practice. Understand others and understand myself. And I'm a strong believer of a system. When a system that's practiced again and again proved to be successful, it's going to easier to expand with group efforts. So I believe empathy circle so far it's successful because of its structure, its system. And I hope empathy movement have a system also set up for everybody who understand how the system works and apply it chapter by chapter, sector by sector, and regionally, one region at a time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your vision. Thank you. Josh, go ahead, and then I'll ask Stephen, I guess, if that's okay. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jen. I'm conscious of there being so many good ideas here, and I'm also aware of the leadership of many people and the participation of many organizations in this. I note that there are so many people here who are leaders in empathy already, and I think that I want to reflect my own sense of concern about how individuals and groups can work together despite their different locuses of leadership.
Thank you. Thank you, Josh, for sharing a concern about how we can all get together since we're all kind of atomized, the leadership. Thank you. Nita, would you like to, who's next? Stephen, and then Nita, I'll ask you after Stephen. Stephen, are you there? I'm not sure. Nita, would you like to share? And then Quanta, I guess, yeah.
Yes, I'm very glad to be here today. Um, it's letting me know that I'm on the right track. Because among the things I have done in the last recent time is to introduce nonviolent communication, which has a part of empathy in it, in my church. And just lots of great ideas have come up. The people are being it was a struggle at first, but folks are becoming more and more receptive and actually working with the principles and so forth. So I want to uh, get the facilitation training so I'll know how to uh, run the empathy circles or do whatever it calls for. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nita. Thank you. Well, thank you for sharing that, your own actions for growing empathy with an NVC. That's amazing. Ingrid, would you like to share?
Yeah, well, I'll just keep going with what I'm doing, keep showing up, keep being involved, keep also, think it's also really important receiving empathy yourself, and the circles are so wonderful in that aspect of the mutuality. So I am here. I'm here to stay. I'm just really looking forward to the growth we have with every summit. There's new people who come in, and the things you all want to do. It's wonderful. I'm happy about that.
Thank you, Ingrid. Catherine, would you like to share? Uh, you shared as a speaker. Would you like to share?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry that I couldn't attend the rest of it. I'm at another event, but I am really looking forward to listening to the recording, and it's beautiful to hear the debriefs happening here that I've been able to hear about how rich the community and the leadership in the community is growing. So I'm celebrating that, and I just it feels like a wide open space in a way, and I do believe that we as I spoke to that in the business community that it's opening up and it's going to get just bigger and bigger. I mean, that's definitely my hope. And despite the fact that there are some people that are concerned have concerns about empathy, but whenever I really look at their reasonings, for me, they don't hold water. And so I have a belief that they're going to discover that at some point as well.
Mm.
So, yeah, big celebration and a big thank you to you all. And I'm looking forward to, again, hearing everyone who spoke when I get to listen to the recording. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you, Catherine. Thank you for wide open space and the business community. Thank you, Felicia. Would you like to speak? And then
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
I like the idea of bucket loads of money being infused into the movement. I think that's a very important piece. And I think that keep going with that. That's the way to go. Fundraisers on all levels. I also like the work I'm doing. Like, I feel like every day in my job, whatever, I'm doing a new master's program. I'm like, oh, I could do that in there. So I feel like I just want to, in my everyday life, add things and keep connected to the empathy center and also alleviate some of the suffering in my own life. I think it's hard to do empathy work when you yourself are suffering so much. So that's a piece. But I just like the idea of bringing a lot of money and being very open to that. And like, there's got to be people who are like, this world is effed up, man. I want to dump buttloads of money into the empathy center. There's got to be people like that because they're not blind and they have money. So I think that's a really good thing. And the work we're all doing is also really good. Yeah.
Thank you, Felicia. Thank you for putting that aspiration out there. Thank you for that suggestion. Bill, would you like to share? And then Akshaya?
Sure. Well, I want to express my appreciation to everybody in the empathy circle. I've been there with Mel and Sandra before, and of course Quanta, and it was great to meet Ramzi, and Nita as well. I hope I can support you, Nita. Up, you know. Anyway, one of the things I wanted to say that was very important was the bottom up. What's happening in our discourse today, in my opinion, is that we are not being able to communicate with other people because of the constant stress we're in. Maslow's hierarchy of needs talks about we lose critical thinking when we're feeling really stressed and things like that. And that's why we react instead of reflect. Um, so that's what the empathy circle does. And I think then helps for people to re-engage with a different experience, helps to kind of reset that. And as far as working with other groups, it's a basic practice that can be adapted for anything that you're doing. So it enhances things. It's not a competition between, is it going to be, empathy A or empathy B? It's everything. So it can be adapted and used. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you. Yeah. So, um, Jonathan, after Akshaya. Akshaya, are you available to speak 30 seconds?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. And then
Okay, great. So today it has been really a very insightful time, and I always remember this quote: competition is the law of the jungle, and cooperation is the law of humanity. But unfortunately, we have reversed it to such an edge that sometimes I wonder whether we are human beings. So these empathy circles are so important, and we really need to expand this to different spheres of life. It has been a very rich experience. So hats off to the founder, that is Edwin Rush sir, then senior mentors like Jenna, Ingrid, Bill, Daniel, and all the people who are here. It has been a very, not only a rich experience, it really gives us a very strong thought process that if we are not able to listen and understand, our life is useless. So I think Edwin Rush and his team is really doing a very, very noble job. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Akshaya. Jonathan?
Well, thank you, Jana. Our circle topic discussion was more about how to work with individual people, and so that was the focus from myself and from the guests in the circle. I'd like to just take this moment to point out that in the chat we have a feedback form. And so we'd like everyone to fill out the feedback form, summit feedback form, and also save your chat. You have to push a button. You have to find those little three dots, push the button to save your chat, and then you'll have all the links and all of the stuff that was left in the chat for you to pursue and to learn more about what we're doing here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. I'm cognizant of the time. Should we continue and go over, or Edwin, you want to have closing remarks, or how do you want to do this?
Did everyone get a chance to speak, or is there others?
No, Kara and I and...
Oh, yeah, let's do everybody. Yes, just...
Okay, Kara, go ahead.
I love empathy summits. I love everybody that I heard talking. I am sad I wasn't in the breakouts, but I did get to hang out with a few folks that popped in and share a little empathy in the main room. So it is always just soul-filling and exciting, and I love everything I'm hearing. Thank you. Please continue doing what you're doing. The world appreciates all of you.
Can we get a round of applause for Kara for doing her facilitation of the hosting? Yeah, it was wonderful. Just always a delight. Thank you so much.
Kara. Thank you, Kara. There are a couple people who chose not to speak. If you change your mind, you have an opportunity. And Daniel, yeah? Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, I have to ask you to unmute. Good grief. Okay, here. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I could. Okay. I just, I'm excited to see everybody here looking at the screen and all the people who are into empathy and in the breakout room make a couple more connections. AC, who left already, Akshaya, to see you again. And there was a woman, I forgot her name, from Europe. So she wants a European time empathy circle. So Ingrid and I talked already about doing one in the morning. So I feel the incredible value in our reoccurring relationships here and in the field we're building with each other. I call it the field of oneness and the field of cooperation or the field of empathy. And it's a real thing. And thank you for being here.
Thank you, Daniel. Edwin, you want to say
Okay,
anything?
ready for closing. So, yeah, I just want to, well, first thing, what came up in our group was the topic of trust. And I thought that was an important topic when everybody needs to trust the process and trust the empathy movement itself so that the movement is something that people trust. And I think for the polarization in the country, both sides need to trust the empathy movement. A lot of conservatives are writing misunderstood, books against empathy. I think somebody mentioned it's just a misunderstanding of what it means. And the way to develop trust is just to offer listening and try to hear everyone out and have a constructive dialogue. So